God for this food. Amen. It is rather an act whereby the world is held up to God, that he can transform everything because of Jesus. Advent reminds us of who Jesus is and that he changed everything. He didn't just reshuffle the old. He brought something new in us. The reason for not ceasing to pray is that the world and all of its creatures are dependent upon the good gifts of the Creator God for life and for well-being. This constant prayer is a way in which we live our lives regularly and confidently. We address our lives back to God who gives life. Prayer stops us. Prayer reminds us that it's not about us, that it's not about Amazon or Google or whatever, or the Republicans or the Democrats or whatever country you live in, whatever their parties are. It reminds us to be thoughtful. It reminds us to be aware of the difficulties of others. Some of you, maybe all of you, heard again this week in our country and in Australia, some mass shooting. There are families in our country, every day there are families in our country who are grieving the loss of a loved one because of some act of violence. Our world is becoming crazier. At least it feels that way. It's so big it seems impossible to pray for. It's so distant it seems removed from my life, and it doesn't change. It doesn't change the traffic. It doesn't change the traffic in my town. It doesn't change the gas prices in my town. It doesn't change that I have to go do this thing or that thing. So we don't pay attention to it much anymore. Prayer stops us and helps us to pay attention to God, to Christ, to his Spirit in us, and asking him to make us mindful of the world around us and how we can be salt, make the world taste better, how we can be light, make the world more beautiful, more bright, less dark. Thirdly, always give thanks. Thanks is the ready acknowledgement that we are on the receiving end of life from the God who gives more than we could ever ask or imagine. Thanks is the counterpart to God's incessant and bottomless generosity. It is the ready affirmation that we do not possess anything that is not a gift to us. Thanks is a glad acknowledgement that we live by an